Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Today we're gonna do the video inspired by Bob Ross painting, but I'm gonna do it in acrylic style. I'm not exactly gonna use the same colors that Bob Ross is using because I don't really have all of them, but I have a couple of epic colors that I got from my friend. I'm gonna show you now. Yeah, so we're just gonna throw them in, see what happens. In this video you're going to need, let me see, so we have tallow blue. Ooh. That's going to be for our sky today. I usually like to do sky with mix of colors and stuff, but if I'm really going to follow Bob Ross tutorial that I've been watching previously, I'm going to do it as simple as I can because we're going to have a nice mountain and I want to have a focus on that. So let's start. We're going to need these boys. That's what I'm gonna be using for the mountains. I saw loads of people are doing it with the brushes too, so whatever you feel comfortable with, just go with that. I'm not gonna be really talking like, oh, you need to specifically use this and that, because freedom is everything in this, so do it your way. I'm probably not gonna do it exactly the way he did, but I'm gonna do it inspired by the way he's doing it. Can I say it like that? Right? So I'm gonna start off with 2-inch brush. Soak it in, but make sure you dry it out so it doesn't really leave stains around. So I'm using tallow blue now. I'm gonna add some white. I'm gonna mix it up a bit. I'm sure if you watch previous videos about mixing colors and everything, that loads of artists are gonna advise you to use these knives to mix the color, and it is the best way because you're gonna get the color that you'd like. So if you have them, try it out. If you don't have them, you can still do it with the brushes, but make sure that you wash them properly after that. Right. Let's give it a first shot. Few strokes. Don't focus on one way. That's what I learned from my videos anyway. You can see it's a bit dark, so I'm gonna try to add some white to it as well. Also, you don't want it to be too light, because if you're gonna do some clouds later on, if you put it too light, then your clouds won't be properly visible like you would like them. So let's do it this way. Just add a bit. There's no really proper advice like which tone of the color you should use. You can see while you're painting, oh, maybe I should add bits and pieces, and you can do it all while you're painting. You don't need to prepare anything in advance. So yeah, that's anyway how I do it. So right. Mix it up, do some strokes, play with it. There's no rules in this. It's the way you want it. It's your unique art, so don't be afraid to do with the brush around. Like, don't be afraid, oh, I made a wrong line or something. There's no wrong lines. Whatever it ends up in the end, it's gonna be one in the world. You know what I mean? So we're gonna use the same color down for the lake, but I'm gonna use today a bit of light petrol. Let's show them the camera. There we go. I actually never tried it before, so we're gonna try it out now together. And like I say, you cannot go wrong. If you mess up with one color, you can do another one. Like, there's no really, oh, I did it wrong or something. See, it's gonna end up a bit lighter. That's what I actually want, because I want that reflection in. I don't want both sides to be too strong, so. But you can definitely see the difference here when you add a bit of petrol. If you have tallow green, I would recommend you to use that one. That's what Bob Ross used in his video. I unfortunately don't have that one, and I don't want to mess up with other green ones, so I'm just gonna use this one for now. Leave a bit of that reflection in the middle. Try it out. Play with it. Go around. It's your painting. Now, I wouldn't worry too much about this middle part, because that's where your mountain is going to be anyway, so don't worry about it too much for now. Of course, you're not going to leave it blank, but it doesn't have to be really 100%. I actually wanted to try one of these Bob Ross oil painting videos, but to be honest, I didn't really try oil painting much before. I do have a set with me and stuff. Maybe in the future I'll try it out and stuff, we'll see. But for now, I'll just stick with this, because I've been doing acrylic for a while now. And acrylic is drying faster and everything, but I feel kind of comfortable with acrylic. I feel more free, because oil painting, I think you need a bit more practice for that. Again, it's my opinion, so don't worry about that. I'm not sure if you guys can see on this video right now how smooth this color is. But yeah, like I said, do it your way. Freedom is everything about paint. That's why I like it. I was thinking to put in a reference photo or something to do by that, but today this is just a tryout. I already did one of the videos, one of the paintings in Bob Ross style before. It's completely different than this one, but it's also mountains and stuff, because I love mountains. They're so cool. Looks pretty smooth by now. Right. Like I said, don't worry about the middle too much, because we will have proper time later on to focus on that. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna do it a bit, so it's not too white. See, now here it comes up to the mess. Oh yeah. Also, we have these bits of the brush. Don't worry, it's all normal. There's no pretty like oh, you need to use this specific brush and stuff. Trust me, I bought loads of expensive brushes, and of course some of them are really nice and stuff, but then I found a couple of brushes that are cheaper, much cheaper, and I felt more comfortable to paint with them. It felt kind of easier for me anyway. There, here we go. As you can see, down part is kind of more light than the up part, because we want that lake, we want that reflection. Right, I'm gonna do some clouds, and then after that we can move to the mountain. I'm really excited actually, because I've been doing mountain mostly with blue, but today I'm gonna try out to do it with brown. And the brown that I'm gonna be using is burnt sienna. That's the only one I have at the moment, so let's give it a try. You can mix it up a bit with yellow ochre. Oh, did you say ochre? Ochre. Sorry for the language barriers. Now, loads of paintings that I do, clouds. I like to do them with sponge, but in this video I'm going to try to do it with the brush and try with the flat brush. Flat brushes are class. So let's do small strokes. Like I said, it's all freedom. One thing I learned about clouds is that it's actually layering, because if you put one of these, yeah, you get the cloud, but do you really get like a full cloud? I don't think so. So try to go over and over, try to mix in, try to add a couple of more colors, add some blue. If you asked me a year ago, I would say like, oh no, I don't like doing landscapes and stuff, because I wasn't really good with that before. I'm more focusing on portraits and stuff. But then once I started doing it, I actually found the freedom in it, and it's just, no matter how you make it, it's gonna end up looking good, because you can always add bits and pieces, loads of colors. When you're doing fields and grass and everything, you can make it epic or you can make it completely different. It depends on you, but in any way interesting. See, add a bit more blue, then highlight it with white. You want to look at it like a real clouds. I cannot explain to you guys how happy I am to join YouTube channel, because I always enjoy my painting, obviously, but when I'm doing it for somebody, share my way, my experience, I'm kind of gonna put more effort in it. I feel kind of happier. I'm not working as a professional artist or anything, so for me, it means a lot to show it in any way, because for some people it might be useful, for some people it might be boring, but you never know if you don't try, right? Play with those clouds, add small ends and stuff. Like I said, there's no mistake in this. I'm just gonna put some more white, because on this side that I have here, I know you guys cannot see, I really don't want to move camera now because I barely put it on, but yeah, blue took over, so we need to put a bit of white back in the game. Ah, that's lovely. So since you had those blue parts as well, you don't want to cover everything in white now, because there was no point putting blue in. So do some bits, leave some bits blue, because you know, like clouds are fading. You can never see 100%. You can always see kind of through them. I love mountains because it's just they always end up kind of epic, no matter what way you do them and stuff. It's just There is something about them. And a bit of snow, a bit of shadow, you know what I mean? Like a bit of light, whatever you want to do. But it always ends up looking kind of different, interesting. Like you can start looking at that mountain, you'll be like, oh, I want to see every detail of that mountain, you know, like, well, that's how I feel anyway, my experience. So can add a bit of bits here. You can see as I'm running out of the color, it gets kind of darker. So I didn't even need to add extra color. There you go. But then again, a bit of blue. I actually don't know what I want to with my clouds. I'm just gonna play around, see what looks the best for me at the moment. But guys, definitely it's your choice how you're gonna do them. Like, I've been watching so many videos on YouTube before I started all of this, and I did learn loads from those videos. Because I never went to any school for this and stuff. So, you know, like you want to learn basic techniques and stuff, and there's plenty of videos to learn. And then when I was watching like how people do clouds and stuff, there was plenty of different videos. Some people are going to say, oh, do it this way. You need to put this, you need to put that, you know, like, but some people are just going to do freestyle. And that's, I was like, yep, I like that. I want to do it like that. And we're going to end up, we're going to add small bit of cloud somewhere around here. Like it's going to be behind the mountain or something. Here. I'm going to go quick with 2-inch brush. I don't want my strokes to be seen here too much, but like I said, that's my choice here. So if you feel happy with it, definitely leave it like that. It's your vision of the painting. It's the way you see it. Because I think each of us sees different, feels different. Maybe some of you are going to think, oh, why did you put that cloud in behind there? Or something, you know? I just noticed I did a small bit here. It was dripping, so I'm just going to fix it quick. Try to go from the outside to in, because loads of times you're going to find yourself with the strokes in between that you don't want to be seen. Now, I'm going to go up from the mountain. I think I'm going to go back on clouds later on to add a bit more. I need to see when it dries a bit. I need to see what way I would like it to be. So, let's use burnt sienna and white at the moment. I'm so excited about mountains. Guys, if you could use a palette knife again, that would be amazing. I'll try to use this one with the edges. Yeah, if you notice, my palette knives are not really clean. Well, I think I mentioned in previous video that I'm a very messy artist. Don't be like me. Wash your tools after painting, because later on it's gonna be double job for you. I'm gonna mix these two colors. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna mix them completely. I'm gonna leave a bit of space, a bit of traces, and I'm gonna try it out. And when it comes to way how you're gonna do the mountain, well, it all depends on you. Basically, you can do whatever you want. You can make one small mountain, you can make huge mountain, but think about the way it's gonna go, basically. If you don't feel later on comfortable with the brushes, with the palette knives, you can always turn to brushes and fix this up, which I'm probably gonna do at some point. But I do like working with palette knives. Right, so I did plan to have a bigger mountain here. So I'm gonna mix a bit more color in. Gonna try to do those bits. Gonna try to go over a bit as well, because I wanted to add those white highlights later on. So maybe I should have mixed a bit more color up here. Let's say this is 10 big mountains in one. And I'll just go down. Now we're gonna use the brush to put it down a bit. If you make a mistake with making a mountain, like if you wanted it to be a bit wider or anything, you can always fix it up. It's not a problem. You can always add it later on. I'm gonna show you now what I'm gonna do. Just need to wash this brush. I don't want to have blue mountain, not for now anyway. Now, let's say this mountain is a small, and please be gentle while you're doing this, because if you press too hard, it's gonna go everywhere. Yes, you want your mountain to have those small edges around. Let's just do it like this. Now you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Scroll it down. It's gonna be almost like a reflection or something. Now this is what I was talking about. Oh, why are the tops so small? Here we go. You can always fix it up. Some of you, this might not be looking as a mountain, but let's say it's a weird looking mountain. I'm adding more color now. Let's see what happens. I want to mix. I want to fix it up a bit. Oh, we got a touch of blue. Perfect spot. Let's say this mountain has small parts like here and here. We'll have plenty space for everything else. There we go. Not too bad. I know you guys cannot see it the way I do, but I'll show you at the end of the video how it all looks like. And then you can judge me. I'm joking. Right. So, let's do a bit more. So you want your mountain to have kind of, not direction, but you're gonna see when you do shadows, it has to have a way of going. You cannot just be like, oh, okay, what is this? You know what I mean? So, gonna add these white parts onto this one. Now guys, when you're doing this, like snow on top of your mountain or something, please do it gently. Don't press too hard, because then you're gonna get just a white top of the mountain. Just go down. Easily. There we go. Barely touch. Barely touch. Absolutely love this. This is so satisfying to do this. In general, I think all of the Bob Ross videos are pretty satisfying to watch, and the way he explains and everything. You can hear many times when he says like, it's your choice, it's your choice. I like that about artists, when they don't make you feel like, okay, you definitely need to do it this way, you cannot do it your way. So it's all about freedom. Check this out. And now it's all about you to play around. Do you want to add more snow? But then when we move to the other side, we should use a bit darker colors. I might throw even a bit of sun in. That's why I'm going to use the yellow that I said in the beginning, because I wanted this time to look a bit more complicated. Can I say like complicated? Right. Okay, so let's start with that. Two hours later, when I found my yellow. Here you go. And again, when you're mixing those colors, you can leave traces of the other color. Nah, that's the job. Just a small bit here and there, because I want my mountain to look like it's lightened. There you go. Yeah, I can see on camera that you guys cannot really see it, but like I said, I'm gonna show it all later on. And now you're gonna see me fixing these loads of times, because I'm weird when it comes to this. I'll always come back to pieces, because my perspective is different when I add something. There you go, lovely. Like I said, for the clouds as well. Now, in this mixture of brown and white, you can add a bit of phthalo blue. I mean, people do use loads of different colors and stuff, but I kind of find with blue, it's always kind of, I don't know, more natural and stuff. It's, again, my opinion, so add a bit of white as well. You don't want it to be too dark. So, let's see what we have here. Now, guys, as you can see, oh, it's all mixed up. If you see that your color is not dark enough, always play. But one thing about the colors is, when you mix one color, you should, so for example, if you're mixing, I don't know, red and blue, if you're adding more blue, you should add more red as well, because it's going to change completely the perspective of your colors, the color completely. I'm using too many complicated words. Just say it easily. Lovely. Go. Bit of shadow there. Because this is my mountain, right? A bit more here. Again, there's no mistake, but you should kind of have in your head how it's gonna look like. You cannot, for example, put a lightning part here and then a dark part here, because it doesn't make sense, right? If I decided my light to come from this side, then it has to come from that side. Just small tips. This video is going to be edited with the music in background, but at the moment I'm actually listening to some Celtic music and I love it. It's so good. Relaxing for painting and stuff. Write me down what music you like to listen to when you're painting. I'm really curious. Loads of people like classics. I do myself. I love classic music. But then I ended up watching some videos where people are like listening to some drama music, and I'm like, what? How can you paint with that? But like I said, everybody's different, so they say a different way, I guess. Right, let's add bits of white in this. I feel like it's not white enough, not for me anyway. White is probably the color I use the most. I bought 3 sets of colors and all of them, I have like most of them left. But white, I'm on my last bottle, so say you always need for something. Take that stroke, so go with the knife and stop half the way. And you're gonna have that bits of color. Then gently, again, knife, gently, just scroll down. Maybe I use too many colors here, but you could use only 2 colors if you'd like. It's all by the choice, but like I said, I like to use blue because blue adds those shadows properly. Can you fix it up a bit? There you go. Those will be the mountains. Like I said, I'm going back on the bits. This is the down part of the mountain. It's also gonna be a place where I'm gonna draw some trees, some bits. Watch your strokes. You don't want strokes to be seen everywhere, because sometimes it can really ruin your picture. Let's go back on the clouds. So now finally, when I did the mountain, I can actually see that I didn't highlight my clouds properly. That's why I said I'm going to go back on them later on. If you do feel comfortable with your clouds being just fading away, that's okay as well. It's your choice. But isn't it more interesting like this? Okay, more white. Never enough white. Yeah, now it looks more. Circle them around, do everything so you don't get those strokes everywhere. I don't want them to be like straight looking, because then it's not a cloud anymore, kind of. I mean, some people can do it if you know how to do it. If you're like me, do the easy way. There we go. Like I said, leave a couple of bits darker, like it's fading away. That's that epic part of the clouds. Nice. Now I'm gonna mix what I have here. I just have the regular black one. I don't actually even know what's the name. I usually use this brand of the colors, but I got these ones in Lidl. They were pretty cheap, so like I said, I don't really care about the brands and stuff, because some things that were cheaper showed up better than the expensive stuff. So since this black doesn't have a name, let's call it Lidl Black. Lidl actually has some cool stuff. And I'm not promoting it now. Oh, lovely. Cool. Sorry guys if I confuse you with going back on certain things, but I'm gonna do that a lot, because if I notice something that I'm not really satisfied with, I'm gonna fix it. Because why would I say like, oh, I might be a messy artist, but I'm not the lazy one, definitely. Right, so let's say I'm gonna mix a bit of black. I don't have phthalo green, like I said. So in this one, I'm gonna use again some light petrol and add more black, because light petrol is obviously light, but it's gonna give you that color that you seek for, because we're gonna highlight it with proper green later on anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Whatever makes it easier for you. I'm gonna use again 2-inch brush. Just need to give it a good wash. Still on the blue. Right, let's say we will have some trees right here. And here. You can do it the way you want. I'm gonna have some trees closer, but this is kind of part in between. So this is what I was saying about messing up. Here I did something that I didn't want to, but this is going to be easily fixed later on. Because here I can add some grass, and then I can add a big tree or whatever I want. Now, we're going to use a brush that shouldn't look like this. This happens when you leave your brush in one place for a long time in water. It should look really nice all together, blah, blah, blah. But I guess it's still gonna be in good use. Let's try it out. If it doesn't work, we're gonna go a different way. Before that, just wanna fix these bits here. I'm doing it old school. Just put colors there. The dark color as a background, because later on it's gonna be easier for you to add bits. And now I have bits here that are not really mixed. So yes, I do have a weird way of drawing trees. Let's see what happens. It doesn't look too bad. Let's put one more here behind, maybe the smaller one. Because like I said, in front I'm gonna have a really big tree. Through the painting you can see the size of the tree that you put behind. Then you know kind of how big your tree in front has to be, because obviously I cannot do the same one. It's different perspective. If you want, you can leave it just this way. Let's say, since I have this yellow here, it's a sunset. But you can also highlight it a bit, which I'm going to do in this video. Like I said, I want to do a bit more complicated looking video. Because the way I used to do it before, the drawing I used to do before is really simple one. It was more me trying out how would I do those Bob Ross videos, how it looks like, what is epic about that. And yeah, lots of things epic about that. Let's say these are a bit more far than the other ones. This bit here is exactly what I wanted. Front is pretty lightened, and then the back side is darker. That's what we want. I mean, that's what I want. One thing that really makes me comfortable about making YouTube videos is that in general I'm a person who likes to talk a lot. This is my opportunity. Because I cannot bother all those poor people all the time. So, let's do a bit of highlight here. Just on some bits. And on this small bit here. Okay, I'm just gonna fix this one a bit. Right, not too bad. So this bit here is a closer bit, let's say. This is something that you can see close. And then here we're gonna do like a small, I don't know, field. Under the mountain. These white bits under the mountain are more like clouds, because yeah, mountain is pretty high, let's say. I'm actually trying not to be too strong with my strokes, because I'm afraid that this canvas is gonna fall down, and then what we're gonna do? Right, so I'm gonna mix some green. I'm using light green because I couldn't find the dark green, but don't worry, you can always mix it up with something else. So I'm gonna mix it up with a bit of brown and yellow. Let's see what ends up. I want that kind of golden greenish color, whatever the name is, and then later on I can highlight it with a bit of green, just a bit. Let's try it out. Yeah. As you can see, I added more green here. This is closer to us, so I'm trying to take care that these two parts are a bit different, because again, it's different perspective. We come to the part where I need to add a bit more yellow. The top part, because like I said, our sun is coming from this direction, so our mountains got that lovely yellow, golden yellow, gold, just say gold. And then this part will be darker. Now here I'm gonna add it. This is the time when I'm gonna add some peach. No, sorry, apricot. That was close. So I'm gonna add some apricot. Reason, I just want to highlight this bit behind. It got kind of really blended. So let's mix it up with all of this that I had before. It's really strong color, so don't put too much. Bits of yellow. Want that lovely, how you say that? Lake grass? No? Probably I said it wrong. I'm gonna use a bit here too. It's really lovely color. Let's say these are some flowers here that can be seen because they're closer. Definitely like it. Lovely. And as we go further and further, it's gonna get darker and darker. Now this bit here, I'm gonna try to add some color as well. I don't want to leave it dark. It's gonna be too plain looking. And we got that brown. Lovely. This is the part that is not under sun too much, so we want it to be a bit darker. And I'm gonna try to clean off my brush and just do easy strokes down, because this is our lake and we want a bit of that reflection. Cool. I know you guys cannot see it the way I do, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna show you later on. Believe it or not, I'm gonna go back to clouds again. Because, yeah, do that. Only when I really focus on one thing I can see where I could have put something else or where I did a mistake or something. We got that really olive color here kind of mix, but I would like to add some green as well, because I feel like place is gonna look more alive. Not too much though. I know myself. Get a bit of that green. You can mix brown and green and whatever you want. Should be lighter, yeah. This is the area under the sun and it should be lighter. It shouldn't be too dark looking. I might actually add one more small tree here. Let's say it's behind, because I feel like I'm failing something here. I feel like I'm missing something. So yeah, throw back one more tree. It looks a bit different from the previous ones, so I gotta fix that. Different position of the tree, there's no mistake in that. Yeah. Some highlights. It's just a weird looking tree, okay? Don't judge me. Right. I don't know, can you guys see it, but I feel like there is like a small gap here. So there we go. Cool. Now I want to add my last bit, and I was thinking between these two, because if I want to add like a big tree start off here, I'm gonna cover a good bit of this mountain. But if I add one coming up from here, like the whole tree, might be looking a bit better. What do you think? Before I do that, we're gonna highlight the water. Water is moving, right? It is moving in this painting anyway. Oh, highlights. Oh, messed it up a bit. Tap it down easily, don't do it like I did, because this is what happens. But you can always fix it. Let's say this is a bigger pond here. How are we gonna know where is the end? Well, around here somewhere. That's what I'm talking about. That small bits. Then here as well. Maybe I don't want to put too much like I did on the other side, because this is kind of far already, right? So we want to keep it at some normal. So I'm gonna try to do it very, very light, like every couple of... See what I mean? Like, go. Fix those trees a bit. What I learned from art is basically that with everything you kind of need to be patient. You cannot just go in it and press, because it's going to destroy the whole painting, and your painting won't have the purpose. And if you don't appreciate time when done, you're one of those quick artists. Just a bit here. No, it's not in the level, so we're gonna fix it a bit. I need a bit darker color. Okay, let's say this one is the front. Sorry, I didn't really explain myself. So this one is separate from the behind. Don't forget that this part is behind this and this. So we want to kind of make a small corners there and there, which I'm doing right now. Yeah, cool. And what I was saying about the lighter colors, you're gonna see what I was talking about. So, oh, by the way, look at my fingers. So, closer we move, color is brighter, right? So now we're gonna use green 2 hours later when I find it. Here we go. And I'm gonna add some yellow and just a touch of brown, because we want to get that mixed color that it looks more natural. Because if I had just green, then I don't know, it's cartoon color, I guess. It's gonna be like a cartoon painting or something like that. It's not gonna be something that you would see in the real life, right? You know, when you see like, okay, the roof is red, house is white, windows are blue, and that's it, basically. So we're not gonna do that. And touch of brown. Also, tell me please down below if you like this way of doing this angle of drawing and stuff. I mean, for me at the moment it's really hard to set up a camera, but if you have any ideas how I should do it, please let me know. Also, if you have idea for next drawing or something that I might not have seen yet, and you guys have idea, oh, you know, this is popular now, okay, gotta do it, definitely gotta do it for you guys. It's all for fun, we're all having fun. Now we basically got the color that I have here, and that's not what we want because this is kind of closer area and I want it to be more light. I'm gonna try to update videos like more often. It's gonna be like 1 week since the last one and stuff, but it all depends on my job and everything, so we'll see. Soon as possible anyway. Depends on you as well. A touch of apricot. And let the color blend in with the other ones because you don't want it to be outstanding too much. There you go. Gonna go back on the black and white mix. Just add a bit more black so it's not too light because you're gonna need to highlight it later on. Let's say it's somewhere here. It's gonna be a different type of the tree though. I want the other trees to be seen. I'm gonna take a smaller one. It gets pretty hard when you get those thick lines for the tree, so it's kind of harder to make them. Specifically on this type of the tree. See, it already started leaking here, so make sure you don't add too much water, because this is what's gonna happen. Like I said, everything can be fixed. It's freestyle. Let me know if you'd like to see more of Bob Ross paintings. I'll be happy to do them, definitely. But next time we could do something else. And don't worry about the small drips on the side, because later on when you add leaves, you'll be able to cover it up so it won't be seen in there. Maybe we could make the tree a bit thicker on the down part, because I want to add those highlights to it. Feel free to use other types of the brushes as well. I'm using this one because I know myself that I'm gonna go too thick and then it's not gonna look like a tree anymore, it's gonna look like a house. And now I'm gonna mix some brown and white to add those highlights. Because after all, tree is brown, but what we see is kind of different. Sunset. A bit more white maybe. Nice. I don't actually know which color I want to use on this one. I forgot to mention that I brought crimson red and the brilliant red. So I might do a mixture of these two colors with yellow. But first I'm going to put some yellow in the background and see what happens. I also have the apricot, so it won't be outstanding if I put 3 of them. We're going to change the brush. If you feel more comfortable with round brushes for these parts, do it, but I wouldn't really recommend because you're going to fill in the whole place and it's going to just be a mess. You want shadows of both of the colors to be seen in this. So I'm going to try to make kind of space in between so I can add other colors so you'll be able to see both. Obviously, I'm going to do repeats on the yellow because yellow is going to get gone completely from this blue in background. So I'll need to add some red and then add some yellow on it later on. All right. Look at it now when it mixed with blue, it looks actually like leaves or something, like springtime. So I'm gonna add some brown. But I add some brown to mix this color because I didn't like the way it ended up. If you, I was using the bright yellow here. Maybe I should have used the ochre yellow, which I'm gonna try on. But now I just added some brown to it. It's already different. Like I said, through the painting, you will see what's good, what's not. Good thing is that you can always fix small bits and redo. So don't be afraid to put your brush on and start doing things, because if you do make a mistake, just go over it. Don't give up. That's the most important thing. Because imagine how much time you spend in to put those things. Here I have a problem with mixing of. It was a bit of black that mixed in, but actually it might not be a bad idea because sun is not reaching this far anyway, so it darkens itself. Be careful not to do it in the front though, or if you do, just fix it up with another color. Give yourself time to do this. You can make it looking really epic. It all depends on you, how much time you put into it. I don't want to cover this tree too much because I want these bits behind to be seen. So I'm gonna be careful with that. It's getting a bit of dark outside. Right, well, welcome to Ireland. Sun here is a privilege, so if it's too dark for you, I'm very sorry. So I'm gonna redo with yellow ochre, and then I'm just gonna go with the red. Or maybe I'm gonna do the opposite way. Check it out. So let's do this. I mean, guys, you can do it the way you want. If it gets too dark, add a bit more yellow. If it gets too bright, add a bit more red. You can even add green if you want. You can just make it like a tree with green leaves. But what I want to do here is really get that sunset looking shape. There we go. Now we're adding more kind of red here. Red is cool. As always, brighten up the picture a bit. Check this, Bob Ross. If you're an artist and watching this video, if you have any advices, I'll take them definitely, because it's always good to get to know new things and stuff. Like I said, I learned most of the things on YouTube, so I didn't really have any experience before that. I just like to do this. If you're a person who is watching this and feels like me, welcome. And let's do this together. Whoever is watching this channel, I want you to feel comfortable and happy after this, and more confident to do your paintings and stuff, because that's kind of purpose of my channel, to share the way I look at it. I'm not trying to turn it on any professional way, because I don't really have it. But if you do think that my way of doing this works, good for you, and I'll be happy to do more videos for you. Oh, now am I supposed to say that one? Please subscribe down below if you want to see more videos. Now we have green, red, yellow mix here, and it's already a completely different thing. I'm gonna add some highlight here too for the water. Let's highlight this part. On the sun. Let's say the sun is coming from here. It's gonna go a bit through the tree, because this tree is actually not full of leaves and stuff. So maybe these ends of this side, you can highlight them as well. Sun is coming through. You know what I mean? Lovely. Then all you have to do is just go around and see where you could add a bit more of the color. Fix it up. It's your painting. You decide what to do with it. Now here I have to add a bit more red, because you cannot actually see these parts separating too much because it blended too much in. This is optional if you want to put some of different colors for your highlights on the side. I like to do it sometimes. Like I said in the previous video, I like to mix colors all the time. Add things maybe that you would never think that somebody would put in. But that's just my style. Maybe a bit this here. And we're going to highlight those bits there. I'm gonna try to use the round brush now for my clouds a bit. Wait, what? She went back on a cloud? Yes. I'll do that probably a lot in videos. I'll do one thing in the beginning and then I'm gonna come back to it in the end, because I need to see sometimes how the painting is gonna end up looking like, and then I can see, okay, maybe I should have had something extra like this here. Or the dark parts like here. When I'm painting it, actually I cannot really see it that much, and I'll see it like this. Remember when I said in the beginning that you can use your brush for these parts as well? Sometimes they won't end up the way you wanted them to, so just take a brush, go through it, but please just do it easily. Don't go too much. And there we go. That'll be my painting. Maybe a bit more here. Okay, maybe I'm gonna add some highlights. Sorry for that. Maybe I'm gonna add some highlights on the trees as well. Because now when they dry, I can actually see that they're not highlighted as much as I wanted them to be. Which color did I use? I put in a bit of yellow and brown. just a bit, just a touch. Then you can play around, add small bits here. When I say if painting is finished, it's never finished. Look, those lovely flowers that we just added here. Not too much now. They start fading away as much as we go to the dark. Right, you guys cannot see it, but I'll show you. Like I said, everything in the end. And maybe here, some nice grass. There we go. Alright, let me see how this functions. I'm gonna try to show you the whole thing. This is the top. I hope you can see everything properly. Yeah, that was my Bob Ross tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next video. Please subscribe down below. See you soon. Bye.